We have two distinguished keynote speakers joining us today. Our first distinguished speaker was born in India and is a tech entrepreneur, and he is passionate about entrepreneurship and committed to creating opportunities for young people. He is the Deputy Mayor of London for Business, and his name is Rajesh Agrawal. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. What a great pleasure to be here today to see you all. For those who don't know me, my name is Rajesh Agrawal, and I'm the Deputy Mayor of the greatest city in the world. And I'm particularly delighted as the first speaker at the India-Britain Trade Expo 2019. You have a great day ahead, and I wish for lots of networking, business opportunities created between UK and Indian businesses. But like it was said in the introduction, like many of you here in the room, I'm also an entrepreneur. I arrived in London from India about 17 years ago as a young man with very little money, but a lot of ambition. And those ambition were directed very firmly at business, an area which I always felt that if I had the right opportunity and a chance, I could do very well. So I chose to start my business here in London because what mattered most then is what mattered most now, is what you require for business is world-class talent, a supportive ecosystem, and a world's leading financial sector right next on the doorstep. But fortunately for me, London gave me that chance, and I founded a fintech business in 2005, which became one of the fastest growing businesses in the country. And my dreams in that way were fulfilled. And I'm determined to make sure that every Londoner has access to the same sort of opportunities that London gave me. But London just didn't stop there. It went a bit further than what I was expecting, and it gave me an opportunity to join politics. So I worked very closely with Sadiq Khan during his mayoral election campaign. And after he had won, I thought, job done. My man is in City Hall. Fantastic. But then a few weeks later, UK voted to leave the European Union. And Sadiq appointed me as the Deputy Mayor of London with a very specific job to protect jobs and growth in London. So my official appointment was actually 6 days after the referendum. So ever since the EU referendum, one of the most important jobs that I have got is to make sure London's business voice is heard, to advise the mayor on business and economy, and make sure that our negotiations that we are talking to the EU are in the best interest of London and of whole of the UK. Now, regardless of the outcome of the Brexit talks, I'm certain that London will always be a global hub for business, talent, and innovation. And let me tell you why I think that. Because London is a city of creative energy that celebrates rich heritage, embraces diverse cultures, encourages free thinking, and is an inspirational global hub for innovation and talent. London is a city which is thriving with startups, and it is a city where startups are becoming scale-ups and scale-ups are becoming unicorns in whichever sector you choose. It's a tech center, it's a cultural center, a medical research center, a financial center, a political center. It's like having 5 powerful cities all in one place. When I travel to the US, and I often say we are like New York, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco in one place. New York, because we are the financial capital of the world. Washington, D.C., because this is where the seat of government is. We are the capital city. And San Francisco, in a way, because we have got amazingly talented people from around the world. So the world-class expertise in these areas means that sectors merge here to innovate. Whether it's artificial intelligence or fintech, London is a city of creativity and innovation, home to some of the most exciting companies in the world. The success of London's business community is rooted in city's diverse makeup. 40% of London's population was born outside of the UK. We are the most diverse, multicultural, and cosmopolitan city in the world, and we are very, very proud of it. And we welcome the international businesses and talent from around the world. In my role as the Deputy Mayor for Business, I'm also the chairman of London and Partners, which is Mayor of London's official promotional agency. In this role, I oversee important work that the agency is doing to ensure that London continues to thrive and continues to attract business and tourists from around the world. So the agency is also helping the higher education institutions of London attract more international students. And I'm very glad to report just in last 1 year, we have had 20% increase in number of students from India coming to London for studies, and 20% increase also actually from China, which is great news because I'm a big champion also of the London's higher education sector. It is part of our soft power, and it's fantastic. I mean, it creates those ties between different parts of the world and London. Some of the greatest political leaders, I mean, from India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar, the architect of Indian Constitution, were all educated in London. So higher education sector is hugely important, but London continues to remain a very diverse, open-minded city, home to students, talent, and businesses from around the world. Millions of international workers have come from around the world and call London their home. Over 230 languages are spoken across the city. More than 380,000 international students are in London. And London remains the top city for international businesses, attracting more foreign direct investment than any other city in 2018, with London being the leading destination for Indian foreign direct investment into UK and Europe. Actually, India is the third largest investor in London, so hugely important country. And London has everything you need to grow and scale an international business. You've got access to the right policymakers, you've got growth capital, and we have seen in last few years the success of masala bonds floating on a London Stock Exchange. World-class universities and talent. We've got over 50 universities in London, 4 of which are among top 40 universities in the world. An amazingly talented workforce. And as a migrant myself, I understand as well as anyone how important London's openness is. So London is still open and full of opportunities, and therefore London remains an excellent choice for Indian businesses. Just after the referendum, we started a campaign, London is open, because openness for London is not just a slogan. Openness is in London's DNA. And London and India have a long history and great business links. Nearly 40% of the fastest growing Indian companies investing in the UK are based in London and creating huge number of jobs. Indian businesses today employ over 50,000 people here in London. And as the UK leaves the EU, it will be even more important to explore new global trading opportunities in emerging markets like India. India is the fastest growing major economy in the world, and as somebody who was born and brought up in India and now have got the opportunity to represent London, I want to see this bond growing even stronger. London, the UK and India share a common vision for the future based on innovation, entrepreneurship and prosperous knowledge-based economies. And while there are real economic rewards on offer to both of us, these can only be maximized through genuine collaboration. And that's why through London and partners, we have launched programs like India Emerging 20, where we help 20 of the fastest growing businesses in India, and we help them in their international expansion via London. So as Deputy Mayor, I want to support, facilitate, and grow the bonds that draw us so closely together, because I firmly believe that our city and India have got so much to gain from increased cooperation and partnership going forward. And one of the key roles to play in all of this is people of Indian origin who live here in London. There are over 600,000 Londoners who are of Indian origin, and they are truly, as Prime Minister Modi calls them, the living bridge between India and rest of the world, and they play a very, very important role. It's truly a role model community. They've made huge contribution to London's success over decades, and they're contributing to the capital's life, shaping it, enriching it in different ways. I was born and brought up in India, but I became a Londoner. London truly is a land of opportunity. And I believe events like this play a very important role in bringing London and India together. So I want to again commend the organizers of this event, and I wish you all a very fruitful conference, and please do a lot of networking, talk to each other, and do loads of business. Thank you very much.